Are you interested in getting all the facts related to news of the death Oliver Friggieri at one place? If you want to check all the details and death information, refer to this video. Oliver Friggieri, 27 March 1947 – 21 November 2020, was a Maltese poet, novelist, literary critic, and philosopher. In philosophy he was mostly interested in epistemology and existentialism. Friggieri was born in Floriana, Malta, in 1947. He studied at the Bishop Seminary, and then at the University of Malta. From here he acquired a Bachelor of Arts in Maltese, Italian and Philosophy, 1968, and then a Master's, 1975. In 1978 he acquired a Doctorate in Maltese Literature and Literary Criticism from the Catholic University of Milan, Italy. Friggieri began his career in 1968 teaching Maltese and philosophy in secondary schools. Then, in 1976, he moved to the University of Malta, first as assistant lecturer, then as lecturer, 1978, and later as associate lecturer, 1988. In 1988 he was appointed head of the Department of Maltese Language, a position which he held until 2002. He became professor in 1990. Friggieri was pivotal in promoting Maltese language and literature in newly independent Malta. Between 1970 and 1971 Friggieri was very active in Malta's literary revival movement, Moviment Kami Letteraarju. He was on the editorial board of Il Polz, 1969-73, a Maltese literary periodical, of which he became editor, 1974-75. He co-founded the popular children's literary and cultural magazine Is Zakter, 1971, and he formed part of its editorial board. In 1971 he also collaborated in the establishment of a publishing house, Klab Kotba Maltan, Maltese Book Club, which facilitated the publishing of books in Maltese. He has been the editor of the Journal of Maltese Studies since 1980. He was also a member of the Association Internationale des Critiques Littéraires of Paris, France. Friggieri published a wide variety of books. His works were deemed marked by an unmistakable timbre of existentialism. As his prime specialization Maltese literature, most of his publications are not of a directly philosophical nature. These include dictionaries of literature, oratories, cantatas, literary criticism, literary biographies, and anthologies of his own poetry. Friggieri also significantly contributed essays on Peter Caxaro and Miguel Anton Vasali. His works have been translated into English, French, German, Italian and Greek. Apart from regular contributions in local periodicals and newspapers, of special interest to philosophy are Friggieri's novels and short stories. These feature pathos and philosophical reflections. His 1986 novel Phil Parliament Magic Brooks Jury sparked controversy at the time of its release for its frank depiction of political tribalism within Malta. He notably gave an emotional paean for Karen Grech and Raymond Caruana, victims of Malta's political violence in the 1980s. Friggieri spoke fluent Maltese, English, Italian and Latin, and he also published works in Italian language. In 2008 Friggieri published his autobiography, Juri li ma Jinxfox, Flowers Which Never Wither, relevant to the years 1955-1990 of his life. Friggieri died on 21 November 2020. We request to kindly like and subscribe to our channel, so that in the future as well, we can provide the latest death news at the earliest. You are suggested to use social media apps presented below to inform others about the death of Oliver Friggieri. Anyone who wants to pay one's tributes can use the comment section below to do that. Thanks and have a good day ahead.